Figured I'd get a shot of Wally here. He's got enough feed in him now after working all summer. He's filling out pretty good. Not that I got any way to compare him up close, but I don't expect him to be as big as these two, but I don't know. I think at this point, if he was in here with these two, you'd have a harder time telling the difference. Oh, and looky there. They could all fit in this section. Funny thing is, when they get bigger, and there's only half of them in there, they still fit in the same space. Well, maybe not having to go, but they're usually more comfortable with one over here. I gotta make sure the dogs are out of here. Come on, Slowpoke. Whiskey was the only one that wasn't in here. As I turned around, red and blue stuck out behind me. So, it rained. It started sprinkling about 3 o'clock yesterday afternoon, but about 5 o'clock it got serious. We got, I don't know, 3,500, something like that. But that'd be the clouds over there, and that'd be blue sky. Oh, wait, more clouds coming. And somebody there that snorted something she shouldn't have. Making all the noise. Get my feed done. Go see what I can do with that toolbox, I guess. Dang, doesn't that just look nice from up here? I think I did a pretty good job doing that. It's not the easiest with the forks, trying to lay it out somewhat even and not too thick, but I figured a little thick as much muck as was underneath it wasn't going to hurt, and obviously it didn't. And Ty got a little scary yesterday. Out on the corner of the feeder, we could see one heifer trying to ride another one. Yeah, that's when she realized, and I'm not sure which one it is. Her. I think that's Harriet. Harriet's the one with that patch of fur in her eyes. She's still in here. She's not bred. She's open. She's going with that 2-year-old Ty's to freezer camp for Christmas, so lack of anywhere else to put her. I mean, she eats with these girls. And these ladies never did spread their straw out worth a damn. I mean, there's a pile there, there's a pile there, pile there. They actually spread it out pretty good over there, but then the next night, Ty closed that up because she didn't want them near there. But it's just pile, pile, pile. I'm disappointed. Oh well, I still got to feed. Get that done. Oh, the sun's going away now. It was just really bright in there. It's lighting it up in the shop, and it's raining. I don't know if you can hear it or not, but she's been sitting here telling me, is it raining? It can't be raining. There was no clouds in the sky when I walked in here.
It was sunshine.
It can't be raining. Right now it's not as hard as it was, but it's been raining. And hey, yeah, those two are over there. That one's over there, and oh my gosh, with shit stacked everywhere, literally. And people sending me stuff. All that stuff's gonna come down because I'm not gonna have any of the heavy stuff. Again, geez, this heavy stuff is not gonna be back here. Light stuff, I don't care. Light stuff, I don't care. Light stuff, I don't care. Heavy stuff won't be up here. And Jesus Christ, everybody send me stuff. Those big sockets will all have a home. Engine rebuild stuff sitting up there, it's gonna have a home. With the rest of the engine rebuild stuff, I hope. And I took a pair of cutters and I knocked the nubbins off the back of these. Because, yes, I'm going to doctor my toolbox up. But that's what I'm going to use. Stick them on. If I want to take them off, I take them off. That's how most of the stuff's stuck on vehicles anymore anyway. But at any rate, I've only been at this for, holy crap, I've been at this for almost 2 hours. Oh.
She's on Snapchat. Say hi, Becky.
There you go. You get to see Blakely today. Tai stayed home today too, because she's going to try to nurse her knee a little.
Say yes.
And besides that, at noon, Ty's got to go babysit Blakely, because Brooke and Matt
are going on a Willamette dinner cruise on I think the string wheeler, one of those. It's for Matt's side of work. Peterson Cat are doing that for them.
Even though they both work at the same place, but they're in different shops.
Separated. There she is. You guys say hi, Grandpa? Blakely. Grandpa.
Hey, Squirt. Okay, that's enough.
All right.
So get back to doing this. Just have one of those days. I got most of those shelves swept off. I still got to do there. Becky had this bright idea when we did that corner over there. She says, "Well, put the fridge up on top of the cabinet." That great idea. Closest plug into that is where the grinder is. There's a plug there, and it's all used between two grinders there and the lamp, so you can see. And who wants to go up there to reach the fridge? And she says, "Well, do you want a smaller fridge?" We used to have a smaller one. It actually, that is what the shelf was extended out for. It's set right here. It just slid right in there. It died. A friend of ours had this one, and she was moving and wasn't going to go with her. We helped her move some stuff, and so we ended up with it. Before that, this is cut out back here because we had another fridge that fit right in there, and I don't remember now if it's the one that was over there or what the deal was. I think the one that was over there we actually had over here first, then moved it to over there. Then this one came. Where the hell is it going to go? So I'm scratching my head. Do I think about moving it? You know, I mean, there's 2, 4, 6 feet of shelf space I can't get to. So I was kind of looking at this. I've been thinking about taking this out, you know, just back to here. Now I'm kind of wondering, do I want to take this out wide enough to slip that fridge in? And if I do that, you know, I'll have to find a different place for those because it may not fit, or just leave it over a little. There's still going to be a 6-inch gap behind it because that 2x6 ain't going anywhere. That's part of what keeps the wall stiffened up. Do I want the extra work? No, I don't. But man, it'd be nice to have that. It's easier to get to what's behind there. I mean, there is stuff clear back there. Pins are shoved back almost all the way, and next shelf up is, you know, just stuff. How many of the big mule wipe containers are back there? And that would make that up above there a lot easier to get to, even though there's going to be a toolbox here sticking out. So I don't know. I mean, it sticks out the same distance the toolbox does, so it'd be nice if they were all the same heights, but that ain't going to happen. So instead, I think what I'm going to do, just to keep this out of the way, I'm going to put some cup hooks in. I got a couple. Put one like there and come to the end because I want to keep this out. Or if we need to pull the refrigerator out, we can do it without moving the toolbox. So, that's what I'm thinking about. I don't know. Really would have been nice to be a lot bigger shop. But that ain't going to happen. we were at one point before the bottom of those doors got so bad. We were gonna use those doors, go off of that pole straight out 10 feet, but leave the walk-through alone, and go over at the wall and go out 10 feet, and then pour a funky concrete, because can't get away from the slope outside. And then we're going to put probably a roll-up door with angle cut bottom so it would actually meet the concrete. But that didn't happen. The plan was to flip them upside down, put the crappy side up, insulate them, and put new tin on this side, which would be then the outside. So many things were easier when there was still more of us to do it. I mean, really, if we'd have done that when we talked about it, we could have had that done in a couple of days, literally, including the concrete. But, days gone by. Well, I did a thing. I thought about it before, should have done it before they were stacked. That's all right. That's what that's for. Would have had to use it anyway. These are the casters that came on that box. Those are the casters that came on that box with it. I don't know where you go. Somebody in the comment said something about, well, why don't you put casters on both ends? And I replied with, safety. Well, yeah, it's going to be fastened to the wall. And this way, when it gets pushed into place over there, the wheels will be in that position, which put that one farther out. And you got a drawer out, that's helping. The back one, doesn't matter, it's just there. The wall's behind it. So, I don't remember who said that, and somebody on Messenger mentioned it too when I was asking opinions from people. I did it. I thought about it before. I didn't do it. Should have done it. Now it's done. So now that I did that, I may take the handle off the top of the other side of this box and put it on this one. I mean, I measured earlier. I think the handle actually comes, if it gets shoved all the way over, I think it comes underneath the edge of the shelf. I don't remember. And the other, I don't care what you got for a box. If you got a stack like that, if you got a midsection and then a top box, I don't care what you got. This is way old school. Those are just old sheet metal screws, big ones. They're into the bottom of this one and through this one. That cannot fall off unless you pick it up and fold it over backwards. And the others over here, these are self-drilling, like you'd use they're not for tin roofing onto metal, they're for like tin roofing onto metal framework. What wood to begin with, sorry. They're only like 3/4 inch long. Got a regular cutter on the end and in threads. And Dad's box here, that used to be an issue. I don't want to move. Casters are tiny. It actually has casters on all four corners, and my black box does too. So the red one's the only one that doesn't. That's the wheels that came with it. We used to have issues. The bottom drawer on this one was pulled out, and it's heavy. But if it was pulled out all the way, and you pulled the top drawer, which has all the wrenches in it, which isn't real light either, you better not be stepping away very fast because you'd have to catch it. I told Dad, I said, bullshit, I'm putting screws in it. That keeps them from coming apart. Keeps you from getting hurt. So, there's your safety advisory for the day. Also keeps them, if you are moving them around much, keeps that box from shifting, because they'll shift. I mean, you can kind of see it. There's a little while there from hitting that nut. Same thing there. That one used to get moved around once in a while. So anywho, that's my story. I'm sticking to it. I'm going to go find me some lunch. Then I'm going to slip that back in there and measure for the add-on to the shelf because, you know, I don't know how plumb the wall is. I don't know how plumb the floor is or how level the floor is, so I'm not sure how it's going to set. You know, I can measure all day long, but if that floor is tipped this way a little bit and I make it plumb with the other shelf, it's not going to be right. So that's my story on that. Thinking, trying to figure shit out. I was going to add onto this shelf to bring it to the back of the cabinet. But why? I mean, if anything, I should block it off so nothing goes back there, but these will fit this way. Takes an act of God to get them to go this way to fall through. But even if you put them in there, by the time there's a toolbox sitting here, you can't reach them. So, I mean, you might be able to reach one, or if you have two stacked right there. So that's a thought. And remade some brackets. The bend was over a little farther to get it so that bolt would line up. And sheetrock screws to the rescue. Well, I got 1 5/8" that'll work. You really don't want to go all the way through the board, but tip's gonna go through. And the top, there it is. The shelf is obviously off a little bit because, I mean, that's pretty damn close. If anything, it's got to go the opposite direction from what I can tell. Or I guess it'd be the right direction. Maybe the box is off that. I don't know. It's pretty close though. So that is what I'm going to do. Oh, and I was going to show you before I shoved it back in there. Old school back in the day. That you can't see. See if I can rectify that situation. Probably still won't be able to see it though because it's back there too far. Kinda. Right off the end of that, you can see something metallic, maybe? Kinda, sorta. Blind you and blind me. There, now you can see it up there. That was a paper towel holder. Our original paper towel holder in here was behind us both again. Behind the toolbox. Behind Dad's when it was in here. When that was the only thing in this corner. That's been a long time ago. So, anyway, I'm going to throw the screws in. I'm calling it good. I mean, the only other thing I might do is kick that out like that. Hit the lock. I have to get down there to get that one. Plasma torch does kind of get in the way. I mean, they open far enough. This one will open almost all the way. It may find a different spot. I don't know. I really don't. You know, only so much room, only so many places to stuff shit. I don't know. Because there is shit stuffed everywhere. You might be wondering, hey, how'd you get those two screws in back there? Well, it's called extensions. I think I spun that out one in two. I know I spun this outside one in two, but inside one's there. I can always replace the others, which I might. But there it is. And don't wiggle. And by the way, inexpensive Harbor Freight anchors are supposed to be 12-inch. There's two 6-inchers down in that mess someplace. They are very, very, very handy. They kind of work the backwards of this. This one you pull it out to disconnect. These you pull it back. Just like so. And usually when you pound on them a little bit, they'll bind up. Just takes a second to get them apart. So anyway, back in its hole. I need both hands for this one. This is going to fall out. Ah, no such luck. Oh, I did get lucky. I'll take that. Then this can go back on. Anyway. Oh, still way too much crap to do. Dang, another long video. Jesus. I thought I'd show you how far I got. And there is one reason why that's going to come out. Give those just a little more clearance. I mean, they clear fine, but, you know. And I think that's how they're going to get laid out. The green is metric, the blue is standard. I'm going to leave a little room up front so you can look in and see them, which will leave room for extensions and stuff, and that kind of stuff will probably go in here. And I might throw the torque wrenches behind them if there's room to get the torque wrenches out. They're up there on the shelf, black boxes. There's two of them. The others are in this box. And there's a long breaker bar in Dad's box that it's in with a screwdriver. It's like a drawer with enough room, and it has to go kitty corner in there. It'll lay in here nicely. So, yeah. But it's in here. The other thing I thought about is those big sockets. 4 of those are short enough to set right in here. The others will lay down and fit. I mean, they may go back here. I don't know. I really don't. Totally don't know. So, but anyway, it's here. It's done. Other than getting it filled up, we're going to clean off a lot of tools before they go in there. Oh, yeah. 3,500 of them that after Squeak got repainted when we bought it, didn't get put back on. It still had the sticky on the back of it. Some of it wasn't any good anymore, so I cut it off, but it's there. Freightliner and GMC, they're both up there. See, GMC Yukon. And really pissed myself off. I had a Peterbilt many years ago, and Becky's grandfather had that done at his shop, and he gave it to me. So the damage on the end, I was dilly-dicking trying to see where it would fit. I mean, it'd fit up here, but it gets covered because it's got to be up to about there to actually fit flat. It slipped and dropped, and there's little red fragments on the floor from right there. Pissed me off. I mean, not so much that it's a nice was a nice Peterbilt emblem, considering. But, you know, it's off an old one, not like the one I had. Mine was a 59. But Becky's grandpa gave me that. That meant a lot. And I don't know if I'm going to put those on or not. No, we've never owned an International Eagle. The only international truck we've ever owned is a service truck. And yeah, don't know where I'm going to put it, but I pulled it out of there. Some of the stuff in there may find its way down there. I don't know. Just not sure yet. And hopefully I didn't screw myself up for getting the 3/4 drive set out, because it's on that old cart. That's a creeper that I made when I was in high school. And, you know, we needed something. So when I built that and the drawer and the one under there with the blocks and the jacks on it, I told Dad, I said, I'm getting tired of having to slide that old 3/4 box out from underneath there. So it went on the cart. And that was my grandpa's box. That was Dad's 3/4 drive set. My set's in the service truck somewhere. So, and some of the stuff down there is empty boxes. Some of the stuff down there is going to migrate over here. I don't know. It may stay there. It's out of the way, out of sight, out of mind. That'd be nice if that was a big drawer down there, but that's not what they did back then. So, thanks for watching, everybody. You've seen pretty much all my Sunday. Messing with this. By the way, that brake is locked, and that brake is locked. I can't reach the other two, but it ain't going anywhere. And Becky thought I should put something behind it so it didn't rub on the shelf, foam or something. Thinking we may shove a pool noodle in there. Not a pool noodle, but you know what I mean. Pipe insulation. Tuck it here and let it lay in there, and that'll keep stuff from getting in there. Because the only time I plan on moving that is if we have to pull it out for some reason. Take a couple screws out and bring it out. That's my story. So thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you all had a good Sunday. Gotta say, Sunday was decent around here. Sunshine and rain pretty much all day. Overcast and getting darker now. But we'll figure things out one way or the other. Thanks for watching. Have a great Monday.